Hello and welcome to the third episode of LightHear. We're just going to go straight into it because we don't really have many topics for this one. But basically, I just wanted to talk to you guys about space exploration. So my first question to throw to you is space exploration actually worth the money?
Well, the real question is it worth the experience of exploring space?
What do you mean?
Yeah, there isn't really any profit in exploring space unless we learn how to get some, very good metals from like asteroids and stuff.
Yeah, metals, but like surely there's like other stuff you can find in space. That's not just metals.
Not that would really make it worth the amount that you'd be spending to get there. Unless we discovered some super element that allows us to
That's what I was
travel at the
thinking.
speed of light or something. Like,
Am I correct in saying there's elements we haven't discovered, and that's what the space is on the periodic table? Or am I just
Yeah, I think
stupid?
so.
Well, we filled in most of the gaps on the periodic table of elements. It's only if you want to expand the table.
yeah, there was one that's so unstable that there's none of it in the known universe, right? But we managed to synthesize some, but it's so unstable that it just fell apart right after synthesizing it.
Or technetium-43.
I don't know what it was, but I saw a video about it the other day.
Sorry, how did you know that? Just off the dome?
It's used for medical imaging. You bind it with some isotope of fluoride, and then you inject it inside the patient, and then it decays, and you can spot it on cameras.
Well, the entire investment into space exploration is so that we can leave this planet and find one that's not been destroyed by humans.
True.
Yeah, but I think at this point it would just be a cheap. Like, that's such a cop out. I feel like it would just be cheaper and easier for us to actually just fix the planet we're already living on.
But the people don't want to do that.
Well, they're gonna have to suck it up.
Elon
aren't they?
Musk's entire thing is that he's trying to he's building things to go start life on a new planet.
Because he wants to stay rich. We need to stop thinking like that.
Yeah, but not everyone does, but that's what I'm saying. The people that have the power to do space exploration, that's what they're doing.
Yeah, but realistically, right? The second you leave Earth, your money has no value because you can't spend it in space, can you? So they're trying to
Unless corporations
make a
take
monopoly.
over space.
They're trying to make a monopoly there. So when you do have money in space, you can only spend it there.
Yeah, but like, who actually owns space?
No one.
Sky
That's the
TV.
No, it's
Because it's
Universal
in the
Studios.
name.
Yeah, pretty much. SpaceX. Okay. That's a good question. Who owns space? Let's have a look. Okay, there's an international law that declares space and celestial bodies are for all of humankind. So, humans. Wait, so basically we've declared to ourselves that we own the universe. Is that what I'm reading right now?
Probably. I mean, it's probably more meant that no one owns it, the same
Yeah,
way
I
that
think
no
it's-
one really owns the North Pole.
Yeah, I think that's more in a sense that just nobody can lay claim to it rather than everybody owns it.
Although, Trump is trying to take over the North Pole. Or Greenland, or something. Oh, it's Greenland.
So you're suggesting that
So-
it could be possible to do the same with the moon?
Space.
I'm saying
You
that
can own the moon, bro.
people of power would probably try it.
I mean, we are going
There
back to the
there
moon
was the whole
soon.
race.
Yeah, the space
What
race.
for?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the whole
So
thing
that
was
was
just
more-
power, like who could do it.
Yeah, that was more
Exactly.
to show off that they could do it, not they wanted to own the moon.
Well, yeah, because there was no stable way to then stay there.
This brings
Why,
another
why
point.
do we want to go back to the moon? Is
NASA
there, like,
wants to-
precious material.
Well, no, maybe they want to go to the
They
moon
want
and
to
just stay there for a bit. It's called the Artemis project. The second one is being launched soon. That will actually have a crew that will orbit the moon, I believe. And then the third one, we will land and create a moon base. But they've been talking about this since the 80s, so...
Who knows?
Well, yeah,
How do you
again, that's
quantify-
just them. No, go ahead.
How do you quantify owning a subsection of space?
What do you mean?
As in,
It would have to be relative to Earth, right?
Are
or
you
the sun.
counting it as like I own space with nothing in it, or are you counting it like I own this section of a planet in space?
He's got a good point.
Like I can own
Not really
a
own-
3 by 3 by 3 meter cube of space in space.
But we can't. We would.
Yeah, but
you'd
there's
lose it.
nothing. I don't unless there's like air traffic control in space. I don't
I mean,
think
what
you
would it be
really
relative
can.
to though? Because you would just lose it immediately if it was anything. Would that be
Yeah,
space
so, like-
relative to the sun, relative to Earth, relative to some other massive
Relative
celestial
to
body that we're moving
you
around?
always own a 3x3x3 cube of space.
Can I own a 3x3x3 cube of space?
As long as your space doesn't occupy my space, then yes.
Okay,
So
cool.
we can be in the same space together. It does not.
Well, wait, why don't we just merge ours together and both own some space together?
Well, that's just a marriage, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
You gotta sign a prenup for this stuff.
I feel like I'm witnessing a country being forged. Like,
In space
But in
as well.
space.
How do we tax people into space?
yeah,
No,
how,
I mean,
how
why
would
don't-
you?
but-
How would you?
let's colonize the moon, me and you.
How would you create like a interplanetary like empire? Because like,
Are you talking like Dune?
well, anything like if you're talking about Dune, about like the time it takes to actually travel there and communicate, but yeah, that's exactly my point of how do you declare, oh, that guy on that planet, he's a criminal.
He's my friend.
Um,
Well, it would be the same way that you can declare someone in Italy as a criminal.
well, no,
It's based on their laws, not your own.
you know, in the same way that we conquered America, and America broke off, had the Declaration of Independence, whatever. Do you reckon when we go to Mars, if we go to Mars, the same thing will happen? And Mars just
Well,
becomes
just
the
Take
take
only...
it over and then
Martians.
Mars will. Yeah, probably. If Elon Musk gets there first, definitely.
You just use a Tesla Roadster at it, and we're done.
It's a war of the
He'll
worlds.
score a big T into the side of the planet.
He'll rename the planet to X.
Yeah.
You'll put an X at the end of Mars. Earmarks the spot.
Speaking of Mars, would you guys volunteer for like a one-way trip to Mars?
If
What
there's
age will
a
I be?
sustainable way to stay there, maybe.
Well, yeah, I'm going to assume whoever's sending you will actually keep you alive on the planet, but...
Yeah, they're just gonna send you like, yeah, you're not surviving this.
Is it like a?
Have they
Is it
figured
like-
out a way to cultivate life on other planets, like
No, in a
growing
way.
potatoes and shit?
I saw a
would
theory
pick-
that you can nuke the poles of Mars, and
Elon
And it
Musk.
would turn it into another Earth.
yeah, but I don't know if that's true.
That was the was that Neil deGrasse Tyson that said that in an interview?
Pretty sure Musk was there. I'm pretty sure it was just to jumpstart the atmosphere again because it wasn't
Is it not true?
doing the right.
Yeah, no, it was Elon Musk who did say it. Yeah, because if you wait long enough, then Mars would naturally do it. But
Speed it up,
nuking the
yeah.
poles would speed it
Would
up.
it?
Yeah, yeah.
But
That's
it would
his
take
whole
thousands
theory.
of years to actually terraform the planet, though.
Oh yeah.
We wouldn't see it.
Just a 500 kg pebble on one side and another 500 on the other side.
But yeah, so would you guys go on a mission?
Well, it depends, right? Is it gonna be like a proper mission, or is it gonna be like an Ocean Gate type situation where like the shuttle crushed halfway before we get to the planet?
There's always the chance that you get stranded. What's the film about the guy who gets
The
stranded
Martian.
on Mars? Is that the Martian
Yeah.
where he gets stranded and he has to just like live off potatoes and stuff?
Yeah, The Martian. Sick
Yeah.
movie. It's funny you brought up Ocean Gate, by the way. I saw the other day about Ocean Gate. The guy who did all that originally wanted to go to Mars, but then Elon Musk got there first, so he got jealous, so decided to explore the ocean.
When you fail to do that, it's funny because one crushes you and the other one pulls you apart. So
Well, you can get crushed in the impact of the planet, I suppose.
if you make it to the planet,
That's the point. I'm on about like if it's a one-way mission to Mars. Of course it's going to be. How would we actually theoretically get back?
a lot of power thrusters, a lot of thrusters.
Do we
Well,
have the engineering to do it? Do we know it? Do we know how to do it?
I mean, you would have to have a rocket which can take off from Earth. Yeah, cool. But then you have to have another booster, which has enough fuel in it after coming all the way from Earth to overcome Mars' difference in gravity.
I was gonna say, what is the difference in gravity?
I think Mars is slightly
It's
less
about
than Earth.
25% smaller or something like that. How much?
I thought it was bigger.
It would be slightly easier to take off. Well, like, it must have sends a crap ton of boosters to us and just, like, self-lands them on Mars. You can just weld them to the side of the rocket and just shoot off again.
Oh no, it's roughly half the size.
Half?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was bigger than that. I knew it was smaller, but I thought it was bigger than that.
Just land the rockets again and then just shoot off the rockets again.
Well, how much fuel did it take to... Because have they actually sent people to orbit Mars? I swear that was a thing they tried doing.
No, they said,
There were talks of doing it, but they never actually did it. They sent rovers.
Yeah, the Mars rover.
Speaking of rovers, have you heard that one of them actually stopped working because the solar panels were caked in dust? And NASA were going to give up on it. But instead, right, a storm came by and cleaned the solar panels and it started going again.
Is that actually true? Which rover was that?
Curiosity, I think? I don't think... I don't
curious.
know. I mean... Yeah, it's Curiosity rover.
Do you reckon they install window wipers on them now?
No, they just do nuclear fusion.
I thought you were going to say, do you reckon they install Windows on it? Does it run on Linux?
It probably does, to be honest.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Would you ever trust Windows on a...
I was going to say, do you
on a
think
rover?
NASA uses Windows as their main operating system?
It gets an
Screen.
update as it lands on Mars.
Oh, that's an episode of Rick and Morty
Is it?
where he's getting an up. No, wait, no.
Is it
It's that film with Leonardo DiCaprio where I think
Wasn't the
so.
one
I
with
think
like a monkey to space or something and he had to retrieve it?
no. I think it's like a big asteroid's about to hit the world, like the Earth.
Independence Day. No, that's aliens.
No. It's got the woman from Jurassic Park.
That means nothing to me.
Space Force.
Don't look up.
Isn't it quite new?
Yeah, it came out a year or two ago. It's
yeah,
a
I think I remember
comedy.
seeing stuff.
Oh,
about
it's
it.
Jennifer Lawrence. It ain't the woman from it. It's
You were
not the
completely
woman
off.
from Jurassic Park. Yeah, but it's during when they're trying to like get in touch or something. Like his Windows starts updating.
Oh.
It's quite funny actually.
As you can tell, this podcast has not been sponsored by Microsoft.
Of course.
What question were we on again?
Should humans really be trying to... No, sorry. That's the
No,
next...
it's the one-way mission.
It's the one-way mission. Sorry, I was reading the next question.
Yeah.
My bad.
Have we given our answers for that?
I believe so.
Not really.
I think
I
I
don't
niche
get it.
danced around it.
Well, to put it into simple terms,
No.
yeah, no, I don't want to do that.
Fair enough. Right, well, I've got another question for you. I'm going to get a bit deep and depressing. You ready? Does knowing the universe is so big make life feel meaningless and more important? Or more important, I should say.
Getting into the nitty-gritty, yeah.
Realistically, yes, but also no. Right? I may not serve a greater purpose in the universe. However, relative to me, I do serve a purpose, and that's better than serving no purpose.
But what is your purpose?
Jesus Christ, 24/2.
You need to stop quoting like non-existent Bible verses.
I've not got to that point in the book yet. I've told you. Spoiling it.
Spoilers, it happens.
It doesn't freak me out. I know it freaks people out, but enjoy your time while you're.
I mean, I guess you
Yeah,
can...
when I was gonna say when I actually picture, try to like imagine how big space is, it gives me like, what's that thing called? The thing where you're
Oh, scared
the
of
phobia-
massive objects.
yes, that. Well, that phobia. I get a massive feeling of anxiety when I think about it. I'm just like, ooh, I don't like that. That makes me uncomfortable.
I only get that when I see things. So, like, you know, a massive cruise, like a
Yeah.
cruise ship, or like a big anchor standing next to something like that and looking at that. That I get what you mean. But like, space is something so incomprehensible.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, it's
Hard
very
to pick.
hard. to
Anything
When I actually-
big to be shown in space, you're not really seeing the actual thing. You're seeing
You can't. We have no way to scale it.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
Mm.
You can kind of put it into perspective, but you're never going to get the full idea of actually how massive it is. Even Earth itself, even the moon, you can see that. You can see that, and it's close to us, and yet we look at it and we're just like, that thing is tiny. What's going on? Yeah. So basically,
What's the size difference between a Boeing 747 and a space transportation
What?
rocket?
You what?
I'd imagine quite a big difference.
Because I'm
Actually,
looking
no.
here, right? And apparently a
Spaceships aren't-
747 is taller than a spacecraft.
I mean, Johnny, we went to the space center not long ago, right?
Yeah.
That rocket compared to a plane wasn't really that much of a difference.
I want to say, well, obviously it's vertical, so it's a bit more difficult, but I want to say it's about the same length.
Yeah.
But then again, that's just a satellite rocket that we saw.
Yeah, exactly. I imagine the rockets, especially the rockets we use nowadays, are massive. Like, have you ever seen the vehicles they use to transport them, like the giant like tracks and stuff?
Oh, that literally move like 1 mile an hour, and it takes them like
Yeah,
a day
yeah,
to
yeah.
actually get them to the landing site, the launch
Those
site.
things terrify me.
Well, that time that they had to shut down the entire city at night time to move James Webb Telescope parts across the city.
Is that
Did
actually
they
what
actually have to do that?
They had to start like lifting lampposts out the way and everything to get the trucks to move because it was such a fragile. They had to design their own trailer, which was vacuum sealed and it was a clean room on wheels, and they had to move it across and shut down so many roads because it was as wide as like 3 dual carriageways.
Jesus. Have you ever seen them transporting aeroplane parts on like the back of lorries and stuff, like the wings, and
It's-
Only wind turbines.
it's like outrageously long.
why don't they just like send it over in a plane?
Too
What?
heavy, maybe?
Didn't they have an Airbus that did that?
That's
They need a
Fortnite.
big thing.
Well, anyway, on that note, unfortunately, we're all out of time now, and considering this is the last episode, thank you very much for listening. This has been very fun creating these 3 little podcast specials. We're gonna throw it to the room now. If anyone wants to carry on speaking, throw it out there.
Thank you, Mason, for the wrong coffee order.
Yeah, sorry about that. I got a bit distracted.
I
Completely.
greatly enjoyed the information about supernovas and white dwarfs and stuff, even though I didn't understand a lot of it.
Oh, what?
And I am like
understand.
90% sure that Johnny only knows all of that from Elite Dangerous.
Look, okay, hear me out. I've never played the game before. I don't know what you're on about. That's never happened. That's not true.
I love those. I wish I was here for that
He keeps
conversation.
servers active.
It was a good conversation, to be fair.
Yeah. You had to
Yeah,
go
just
run
rub it
away,
in.
didn't you?
It's fine.
Maybe space exploration with the friends we made along the way.
And on that note, goodbye.
Bye.
Yo.
Bye.